A lot of people are starting to think that this bull run is already coming to an end with this pullback that's happening this weekend. But today in this video, we're going to evaluate why that is crazy to think about when we are just getting off the ground. If you are coming into the markets late, meaning you just got some crypto because of the fact that you heard all this stuff was going on in the news and it was getting really excited, you just got started, and all of a sudden all you're seeing is this red weekend. Well, the great news is you are still early. And if you've been around crypto for years and years and you've seen many pullbacks much larger than this, then you understand that the bull run is just getting started. We will be taking a look over here at crypto bubbles. This is the daily, and yes, we are seeing red, but we will be zooming out weekly and monthly as well. And as you can see, continued green. We'll dive into coin market cap and see what is going on in real time. We'll jump over to X and find out what news is breaking right now to help put your mind at ease about going forward. We're also going to jump into this really important article from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong talking about Doge, not Dogecoin, but also Department of Government Efficiency and why that is starting to meld together with Dogecoin. We're also going to be jumping into the charts. We'll take a look at the long-term and short-term of what's going to be happening for XRP, Bitcoin. Plus, we'll be exploring some smaller cap altcoins that might be a good idea going forward.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called SUNE, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses through the link below. But I'm not going to talk all about that in this video because we have a lot to cover. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers, because we have a lot to cover with you over the next few minutes in this video to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. We have about 200 members right now, and we literally just launched like less than 5 days ago at the time of making this video. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.
Starting off here at CoinMarketCap, and also remember, all of the information that we're providing today is for educational purposes only. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research. Do not buy or sell any of the tokens that we talk about on this channel. So the weekend is coming to an end, and a new week, new markets opening up is going to be positive for the crypto markets as well. When we take a look at the crypto market overview and the crypto market cap for the entire market, the exciting thing is we just hit a new all-time high for market cap when it comes to crypto. And we're just getting started. Right now, as we can see, the fear and greed index currently has us at 82. So it is a little bit more on the overheated side, but it is not in the 90s yet. So there is still room to move to the upside for Bitcoin and also the altcoins. Speaking of altcoins, right now, altcoin season index, it is a 37 out of 100. So we have not even started getting into the altcoin market season. When we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin is still sitting at 59%, so it's still leading the pack by a significant amount. Ethereum, lots of FUD going around about Ethereum not being a good chain anymore. We have to be very careful when we start to fade cryptos as far as someone as strong as Ethereum. Yes, it is taking a much larger time for it to pump up like many of the other coins, but there's still a lot of successful projects on Ethereum, and it will deliver at the end of the cycle. And when we take a look here at crypto ETFs, net inflow, outflow, as we take a look here a couple of weeks ago, obviously the ETF inflow was pretty extreme. Then last week, it was super extreme, way to the overheated side, but doing a good job. And then, of course, a couple of days of a cool off, and we've seen that in the markets as well. One thing that is of interest to take a look at here, orange being Bitcoin and blue being Ethereum, you can see Ethereum started to have a little bit of move to the upside. Taking a look at our top 10 coins by market cap right now, obviously Bitcoin leading the way, up 11% over the last 7 days. Ethereum and Tether obviously doesn't fluctuate, but Ethereum down 3.62%. Solana number 4 up 12% in the last 7 days. BNB down 1%. XRP up 79%. As you guys remember, it was significantly over 100. So there was a pretty large pullback on XRP over the weekend, but still lots of momentum to the upside. Dogecoin up 33% the last week. And Cardano 19% to the upside. And even Tron up 21% over the last 7 days. When it comes to meme coins right now, Doge is the number one. Shiba Inu, Pepe, Bonk, Dog with Hat. Now, I did make a video on this channel. You can go back a couple of days ago about Dogecoin and Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and why we might start to see some correlation between that. I know it is not the same thing, but a lot of people, mind share is the most important thing. What are people thinking about? When someone's coming into crypto and they're buying Bitcoin, they're buying Ethereum, what is the other coin that is not expensive that might trigger them to want to get involved? And that's Dogecoin. And now that every single day there's a tweet out about Department of Government Efficiency, it continues to say Doge, 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 Doge all over the media. And today, closer to the end of this video, we're going to talk about Brian Armstrong and why he thinks Dogecoin and the Department of Government Efficiency may be overlapping. On the crypto bubbles chart here for the monthly, as you can see, the biggest bulk bubbles right now is GOAT up 208%, Pro up 102%, HBAR, Bonk, Dogecoin, Pepe, ADA, XRP, and SUNE. Dropping it down to a smaller time frame, we've got the weekly because Peanut got listed on major exchanges. It had a significant blow up over this past week, which was very exciting to see, especially if you were holding that. XRP up 80% basically. 197, and this is just in the last week. On the daily bubbles, though, same thing as yesterday. It was red. It was painful. It's sad to see a coin such as XRP get to its highs of recent $1.25-ish and then have a significant pullback to nearly $1. But as the international markets start to open in the Forex exchange, those markets are opening now as of 3 p.m. on Sunday Pacific time. We can see money is starting to flow back into the markets. Peanut up 4%, SUNE up 2%, XRP sitting even at 0.55%. I also want to give a shout out to the 270 members that have joined in the last week to Altcoin Pro. It is our new training program, our new education platform for people getting in crypto. Whether you're an expert or you're a brand new introduction into crypto, a novice, we have something for everyone. One of our main analysts came out with a great bull market strategy guide here that I'm going to go over with you. This analyst, being Curious Jay, says stay committed and lock in for the bull run. Always stay up to date here and stay ahead. Plan to hold your crypto until at least leading up to Inauguration Day, which could then attract sell the news type of event. Being patient can let you capture full market momentum. If a dip happens, you'll get another reload opportunity. Don't get sucked into the euphoric sentiment. It's easy to lose sight of the value of the money during a bull run. Stay grounded and don't compare your portfolio to others. The goal is to secure profit, not just watch it grow. And I think this is probably one of the most important things that you as a viewer, myself, and anyone that's involved in crypto, he says here, don't compare your portfolio to others. There are people on this channel that have different portfolios than you, so you don't want to use the exact strategies that they're using, but you also don't want to get discouraged because you're not seeing the gains that maybe your friend is getting. At this point, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to work and showing your friends your Coinbase accounts, and it's getting really exciting. Just be careful if you see someone has a significant amount more than you. That's not a bad thing. At least you're here. You're in crypto now, and it is the beginning of the world-changing technology that we're all a part of. He has a great tip on portfolio structure. New to crypto, 0 to 5% allocated into crypto. Start with a balanced approach, put 30% into BTC, 70% of promising altcoins. For traditional exposure, you can also do the ETFs, the IBIT, BTC coin. And if you're heavily allocated already, 100K in the markets or more, he considers this a good strategy. For larger portfolios, keep 40 to 50% in BTC for stability, with the rest in certain altcoins for growth. Don't sell the majors to chase the smaller projects. This is how you get wrecked in a bull market. Focus on stacking more majors or stable coins with your alts. And here is the advice needed this weekend. Prepare for volatility. Expect wild swings. We could see plus 20% in a day. You could see minus 20% a day, but stick to your concentrated positions rather than spreading them too thin. And don't get shaken out. With big wins, consider cashing out a portion that isn't recirculated back into crypto. And there's much, much more in here. Go check it out. And again, this is not financial advice, but this is what it's all about right here. Jumping into the urgent breaking news, what has happened in the last 24 hours that you need to know about? Ripple Labs CEO comes under fire amid rumors of a Trump meeting. Chainlink introduces the Chainlink Runtime Environment Framework for their platform. There is a global race underway for Bitcoin, says Anthony Pimliano. And if you're not understanding what that means, countries are now literally buying Bitcoin to represent their country. So the price of Bitcoin being 90,000, almost 100,000 right now. If this gets adopted, we already know that the United States is talking about a Bitcoin strategic reserve. If every other country adopts that, there is not enough Bitcoin to go around for every country to have the amount that they would need, let alone for you as a regular individual retail investor to be catching up with these wild amounts of Bitcoin about to be purchased. Trump's policies could take the DeFi sector Bitcoin staking mainstream, Redstone co-founder says. And of course, from the entire crypto community, we all agree with this sentiment. No apology can undo the damage that Gary Gensler has caused. Tyler Winklevoss said that. And back in 2018, Elon Musk shot down OpenAI's ICO. And if you remember this, by the way, OpenAI, Elon Musk was a major part of that. Now, obviously, having his Grok AI that's here on X.com. But he is pretty upset now with the owner of OpenAI, Sam Altman, with the fact that he's just doing it as a for-profit organization instead of a nonprofit as it was supposed to be designed. And also happening in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin ETF options passes the second hurdle with CFTC clearance. And big news, like I've been talking to you guys about as well, if Ripple, the company, does end up going public with an IPO, it is going to be blockbuster. The SBI CEO, Yoshitaka Kyoto, calls for Ripple to prepare for an IPO immediately after resolving this SEC case. And this move would position Ripple as a global fintech leader driving mainstream adoption of XRP. So the exciting thing is we are here in XRP early. None of the ETFs have actually been approved yet. None of the major corporations and institutions are buying XRP. Well, we do know some of the banks are involved with partnerships, but they haven't actually started accumulating actual XRP yet. Not at institutional levels that we would like to see to really send XRP price to the top. But it is incredibly bullish for the future of the token and the broader crypto market. And that's coming from, like I said, the SBI CEO. And by the way, don't forget to follow us on X over here, our corporate. It's Bull Runners HQ at Bull Runners HQ. And also don't forget to follow me. I'm Win with Ryan at Real Win with Ryan on X. And here is the SBI CEO in a video talking about Ripple. In the case of Ripple, it would be listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. If only Ripple didn't have a lawsuit, I definitely regret it, but I can't help. Saying that he would love to be able to launch it right now in Tokyo Stock Exchange, but because of the United States SEC having this current lawsuit lagging us, dragging us behind, worldwide adoption has been stopped for now. And that's as far as Ripple, the company, not XRP. We already know XRP has been significantly adopted around the world, but even not at levels that it needs to be. Today's main headline here, Doge could increase economic freedom in the United States, says CEO of Coinbase. After Elon Musk announced a government agency with the same acronym of Dogecoin's ticker, the crypto token soared to a yearly high of 39 cents. Now, what's also interesting, before he was even assigned this position, him and Vivek Ramaswamy were officially put into place. He was hinting and he was joking and he was talking about, oh, maybe I would come up with a department called Government Efficiency. You know, it would be real funny. Maybe Doge, huh? Department of Government Efficiency. He came up with that idea and now it is sticking like wildfire. On November 13th, Trump formally did announce Musk and Ramaswamy would be the heads of that new agency. On November 17th, the Coinbase executive posted on X called Doge an opportunity to increase economic freedom and restore efficiency to government. He also suggested constitutional amendments to limiting government spending, proposing a cap of 10% of the gross domestic product. Brian went on to say the founding fathers were geniuses, but with humility, may have missed the adverse incentives which grow the size of democratic government over time, winning elections by proposing more free stuff. The Coinbase CEO suggested that to future-proof this issue, the country may need to amend its constitution to limit the total government expenditure, floating 10% as a suggested figure. He said that the government needs to have the right incentives for spending so that it does not get totally out of control in the long term. Armstrong also floated the idea of having sovereign wealth fund in the United States where every one of its citizens would have a share. With this, budget surplus would provide dividends to shareholders. Every citizen has skin in the game. Maybe Congress gets a slightly larger stake. Dogecoin's price surges after the presidential election, with the government department has a similar acronym to Doge. Doge currently sitting at 36 cents. It has no connection with the meme coin. That is technically. But remember the mind share of what's going to be happening going forward, right? The correlation of Doge and Doge. Despite this, the meme coin experienced a surge following the announcement. A day after Musk posted about the government agency, Doge reached a yearly high of 39 cents before the slight correction. And Musk, who has previously faced allegations of manipulating Dogecoin's price, successfully defended himself in a 2022 lawsuit regarding the matter. And there was an article about this as well. Elon Musk, Tesla, beat Dogecoin manipulation lawsuit. And if you're not familiar with that, Elon Musk actually changed his profile picture to a Dogecoin mascot. He then went on to accept Dogecoin for purchases at Tesla, which is still the case. If you want to go buy merch at the Tesla shop, you can actually use Dogecoin to make that purchase. And huge breaking news for all of crypto. The weekly candle has officially closed. So last week, all of the cryptos, for the most part, had a significant surge. And it was important that we had the official close above $1. So XRP officially closes above $1 for the week. Last week's total body candle was an 84% move with a spike for the week that ended up hitting 127% just for the weekly candle. We are kicking off this weekly candle right now. It is green, but it's only been live for a couple of minutes. But we do now have 7 days and 0 hours left in this next weekly candle. So we've now had 2 very significant green candles closed for the weekly charts in a row on XRP. And when we take a look at our daily key level areas, we've been talking about this key level area for a long time. Didn't know it was going to happen as fast as it did. But when we zoom in on this, it hit literally right where that key level starts, that $1.25, $1.26 level here. We hope to see continued movement to the upside this week and break through this level. The top of that level comes in at $1.42. Then we would potentially see a surge to $1.63 on the next leg up. As we've been following along here, our Fu Manchu Cipher B indicator had all of this red money flow coming to the downside. We have just finally turned back to the upside. We have green money flow coming into the system right now with a green dot. And if we take a look historically, when this happened last time, we had a nice push up. It chattered around for a little bit, but then we had the real move come in. Right now, taking a look at this indicator here, the momentum indicator, the momentum wave is still looking very positive to the upside. When we take a look at the daily chart, a little smaller time frame, obviously, we were nice and green for quite some time. We did get a red dot on the momentum indicator, obviously because of the pullback from yesterday. So we'll see if we have continued downside movement or if it can continue just maintaining that momentum up at the top side. We'll have to follow along over the next couple of days to really determine that. But with the way things are looking on this weekly chart, we have a much better chance over the next week or two to continue to the upside than a pullback. Now, the only thing that I do not like, as we always talk about, is the fair value gap. Last week's candle was so amazing and did so well, it left a significant fair value gap all the way back down to 63 cents. From what I'm seeing in the charts right now, the momentum doesn't look like it's going to pull back down to that level during this current move. When we look here on the 30-minute charts, we are starting to see better market structure here. It did have a pullback, and then it had a new higher low, a new higher high, and then an even low here. Did not break it to the downside. Now we would like to see a continued move on this 30-minute time frame above this level right here, creating another higher high above $1.14. On my XRP spider lines indicators, here you can see this is a different setup. I actually got this idea from CryptoFace. He's also on YouTube, a phenomenal channel, great Bitcoin trades. He does this on Bitcoin, but it does work out pretty much exactly the same when it comes to XRP. So you draw these rays from the left-hand side to a center focal point, and it ends up giving you trend lines to the upside. And they're pretty spot on. As we can see right here, we have this trend line right here, which the weekly candle broke last week. And then this new weekly candle came down and held on that level. So when we zoom in on the daily chart, you can see that line is currently holding as a nice support level. Price did get up to that line on the upside and rejected from that level. So we'd like to see it push back. And if it does push back there, we're looking at $1.27. We're looking for this week for price to push up back above $1.27, get to that $1.30 level and create a support at that level. Will we ever see $1 or below again? Well, we did see it for a few hours yesterday. You can see right here, it came basically to $1 exactly, bounced off that dollar, came back up to the spider line and is gaining support there. Let's see if this thing pushes back up and hits that resistance at $1.27 next. Looking at Bitcoin here, obviously making its newest all-time high, $93,265. 2 significant weeks in a row to the upside. Very nice price action for Bitcoin. Looking at the daily, it is starting to accumulate right here, which is totally fine. I would rather it sit here than come back and pull into these zones. If we can trade sideways for a couple of days on Bitcoin while these moving averages catch back up to it, that is totally fine with me. Taking a look at the 12-hour, you can see it is sitting on the 12-hour 10 exponential moving average. So if we continue holding this level and just move back to the upside, totally fine. If we break below that, we could come to a next level down, which would be the 10 exponential moving average for the daily charts here at 86,500. Taking a look at Dogecoin here, but they are setting up, it looks like a perfect bull flag for Bitcoin. Also, same thing here for Dogecoin. We do notice the Dogecoin, there is a fair value gap sitting right up here at the 45-cent level. And that comes from the May 19th, 2021 candle that left behind. So I can definitely see Dogecoin going up and attacking that level, getting back to 45, creating itself a nice support level at that time. Dogecoin's previous all-time high sitting at 73 cents, 739, so about 74 cents. Let's take a look at an area of interest for Dogecoin on the daily charts. We're going to go back in time when it was at its previous all-time high. We are looking at it in the Fibonacci candles. We're looking for the very last green candle before the down move. We're going to box this off right here. And this is a very key level area of interest, in my opinion, 59 cents, that 60-cent level. We also have this little chop before the drop. So we'll go ahead and box this one off here, giving us that 49-cent level. And then we have this one right here, right before that fair value gap there, which is probably the box we're sitting in right now. So as we go back in time to where we are currently, we can see price got exactly to that zone and it's rejecting from there. So what I would like to see for Dogecoin is stay in this key area. That's very important. We'll turn that fair value gap off so you don't see all the messiness there. So this is the key area. It needs to stay in, hover in, and bounce back up. Turn this into a support level. Then we'll be getting up here to the 49 cents. And then we'll be getting back up to that 60-cent level. If for some crazy reason World War III starts or some negative stuff happens, this is the lower side. Let's go ahead and highlight that in red, where price could get back to, because it does have a very key value down there at 16 cents. Looking at Ethereum, it is doing what we've been talking about it doing. Like we said, we had this area down here in the bottom and it boosted out of there, which was really good. Now, the problem that we're running into is all of this chop that happened in the past, right? On the way down, it created all of these different key areas of interest, and maybe it was going to create supports, and unfortunately, it did drop. But that also hurts us on the way up. So you can see price got back into these boxes here. Let's keep, for example, we'll remove that one there, and we'll remove that one there for now. So you can see this box right here is exactly where price got back to. And right now it's coming back down into this zone, bouncing off the 10 exponential moving average. But what's also interesting, if you look at the way down, this was the last red candle on the way down, you'll notice that we're in that area now. As a support instead of a resistance though, which is great. So these little areas are going to work as resistance on us for now. But once we break through these, the next level up, we're going to be getting up into these higher zones before we get back to the zone of all-time high, which was back at 3,900, up to the all-time high of 4,091. Let's take a look at some key altcoins that I am continuing to follow and look at. So first and foremost, we'll start here with SUNE. SUNE did break out into a new all-time high, and it did get above our level here, the single fib extension. Now, the other interesting thing is it did get to its level of the cup and handle top right here. So if you guys remember, we were talking about this. This would be the cup and this would be the handle for SUNE, what's going on right here. And then the move, which is a move from the very bottom of that candle to the previous neckline or the previous all-time high. It did break those levels. And then you put that right there back on the neckline, that same move. And we've actually ran exactly into that move. So that move played out to the exact T, and now it is rejecting off of that zone. SUNE currently sitting at $3.76. The next level that I'm aiming for would be $5.44, the next level of extension on the Fibonacci. And if we want to call this the new most recent low and this the new most recent high, if we had any sort of pullback for SUNE, the 618 is currently sitting here at $1 or $2.44. Another coin that I'm continuing to follow is Yield Guild Games. This coin did really well in the previous bull run. Obviously had significant reduction in price since then. But if we take a look at where price is now to its previous all-time high, this is a 2,043% move. And I think the gaming sector is going to do very, very well. It has not even started. It has not even kicked off yet. Obviously, the AI is what's kicking off mainly right now with alternative coins. But when it comes to the gaming sector, once it kicks off, I think Yield Guild Games is going to do really well. Another coin I'm keeping an eye on is Moodang, which is another altcoin. And this one is of the baby hippo that gone actually like a crazy viral. And it's been moving to the upside. I believe this one is going to be a long-term, sort of like a Shiba Inu style coin for this cycle. Then we also have Labubu on Solana, Labubu. It's a crazy viral hype thing over in Japan right now. They created a coin based off of the character. Just a couple of days ago, it broke out for an all-time high, having a retrace yesterday and starting off the day. We're going to see if it can hold this level right here and bounce and make a move back to new all-time highs. If it comes back to this level here, previous high, back to the current all-time high, that's a 90% move to the upside. Another coin we've been tracking is going to be Floki. Floki's done an extremely good job over the last couple of days. We can see last time Floki had an extreme shot, it did 2 weeks in a row of really, really good. Last week, I would say was pretty good. And then the week that just closed was a nice shot. Could we get a third one back up to the previous all-time highs? That would be giving us a 37% move. They also have a game, a play-to-earn game that will be launching at the end of this month. So lots of great stuff coming for Floki. That's definitely one to keep an eye out for. So at this point, if you're like most people, you're like, well, I love all these coins. I'd love to throw $1,000 into every single coin that I see out there, but I have bills and I need some extra money. Well, the great thing is we've been able to come up with something to help you, and you can help other people in doing so. So take a look at this.
Hey bull runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners? So if you own a business, or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated $1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over $7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.